All right. Good evening and welcome. We are at the Eveleth City Council meeting. It is 5:30, Monday, April 6, 2026, here in the council chambers in the greatest city in the world, Eveleth. I bring us to order. Roll call, please.
Councillor Koivunen.
Here.
Councillor Perpich.
Here.
Councillor Lillis. Here. Councillor Rousey. Here. Mayor Rowe.
Here. Thank you. We'll fire down our approval of minutes. Right, we'll have minutes for the City Council workshop meeting on March 16th of 26, minutes of the City Council meeting March 16th of 26, minutes of the special City Council meeting March 24th of 26, minutes of the workshop meeting March 24th of 26. Way to be busy, gentlemen. Motion to move.
So move. Support.
Perpich and Koivunen. Any discussion, corrections? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next up, we have the approval for the agenda. Motion to move.
So moved. Support.
Koivunen and Lillis. Discussion. We'll have some additions to it. Anybody that's following at home, you'll see what we have. We'll be adding a plethora of them. J10 is America's Transportation Award testimonial for Rockridge School Project. J11 is me consider the quote for the 2026 squad car equipment. J12 is consider cost estimates for geotechnical investigation school redevelopment. J13 is consider approval for $1,000 to add camera to the fire department entry. And J14 is considered new playground equipment up to $175. With those additions, is there any others that would like to be added at this time? Pat, you're good on that too?
Yes, Mayor.
All right. With the additions, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. We're open for public comment. Anybody? No. Okay. Next up is the consent for the agenda. We'll have approval of payroll for March 4th through March 21st, 26, and approval of March 2026 claims. Any reason to separate them?
No.
No? All right. Motion is by Rousey.
Support.
Support by Perpich. Any discussion, questions, or concerns? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. All right. We don't have any public hearings, no unfinished business, because we get our business finished. Next up then will be our new business. We'll chug through the line here. First up is authorizing the mayor of the proclamation for April 2026 Sexual Assault Awareness Month.
So moved. Support.
Koivunen and Rousey. So we did this last year as well. They reach out to us, talking to us about this month's importance, and I apologize, I'm flipping through 1,000 papers here. But the sexual assault program reaches out to us just asking us to make it known that the coming month is Sexual Assault Program Month, and that they look forward to having mayors and councils just letting everybody know the word by proclaiming it being that month. During 2025, they had services for 36 crime victims from Eveleth alone and 620 from our surrounding communities. So this allows us to think about that, honoring our victims, thinking about how we can be stronger in the future and what we can do to promote the awareness of sexual assault. So if anybody has anything else to say, please say it now. If not, I declare and proclaim that the month coming ahead will be Sexual Assault Awareness Month here in the city of Eveleth, and I wish everybody the safest year-round in this. Thank you very much. Motion to move on that proclamation is Koivunen and Rousey. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. Next up is the resolution accepting donation from the Eveleth Elks Lodge number 1161.
So moved. Support.
Perpich and Lillis. All right. So if you weren't there, about 400 people came through the door in the first 45 minutes for our Easter egg hunt. And it was quite the event at the community center. A lot of people came and had fun. We understand that people feel like it could have been done differently, et cetera, but our EMT staff was amazing. We didn't know what to expect, and now we're ready again for next year. But there were coloring of the bags and looking for eggs, and got to meet Miss Eveleth, all the good stuff, and the Easter Bunny was there, so lots of pictures were taken. It was really a good time for everybody. And yes, candy started to get low, and yes, eggs were all found, but at the end of the day, again, our EMTs did everything they could, and this is caused and was taken care of by the donation from the Eveleth Elks, willing to pay for the candy that was there that day. So accepting this donation is for that candy that they helped out with at the event. Anybody else have anything they want to say on that?
I was there, and I thought it was great. Yeah, maybe a little disorganized at the beginning, but I think everybody that was up there, you know, enjoyed themselves. I mean, it was pretty fun to see moms, dads, grandpas, and of course the kids up there. Kudos to the Easter Bunny. What a trooper that person was for being in there all that time. I thought it was great. Yeah, it might have been a little disorganized, like you said, Adam, but I'll tell you what, for coming together as fast as it did, it was a very good thing. And if people have ideas, please submit them.
Absolutely. Be a
That's
part.
what that community center is supposed to be used for, and if we can do something better, fine.
Yep.
You know?
And I'll be honest, I don't know if it was really not organized, so to speak. It was just that nobody would have expected 400 people to walk through that door so quickly. You know, there were 2, then there was 4, and then there was 400. So, I mean, which is a great problem to have. There's no concerns, but I was up there and I was just like, wow, this is insane. But again, kudos to the EMTs. They kept their cool and they got it all done and took care of everything, and it was a good event all
great.
around.
Great.
So, but yes, to what you just said, Perp, people want to get involved, they have ideas, they want to be a part of it. We're going to do something for Halloween up there. We can always do other events in town. 4th of July has events down in Monroe Park. People want to be a part of it. Please, please, please reach out and be a part of all this stuff that we have going on. The few get tired, let's put it that way. But we encourage though the opinions and the thoughts, because there's no way of bettering ourselves without knowing what is on your mind. So with that being said, I want to thank the Elks for their donation. As always, they're so great to our community. And if all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you very much. Motion carries. Next up is resolution accepting a donation from United Way. Motion to move.
So move.
Support. Purpich and Koivunen. Again, we have a nice donation here. This one is devised to use for books and other support for the reading program from Minnesota, Northeastern Minnesota's United Way. I'm not sure, do you remember, is this something that you've seen in the past? This was last year too?
Thanks, Stephanie. I wasn't sure. Yeah.
Yeah, when I was reading it earlier, I started to flip through my papers. I'm like, somebody will just know the answer. I'm not going to dig. So something that we've had in the past. So it's nice to see, you know, $500 to help with the books and everything else. Anybody like to add anything?
It's a great program that the girls up at the library have put together, and I think it's great to keep it going, and thanks to the United Way for their donation.
If there's nothing further, all in favor of accepting the donation, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion will carry. Thank you. Next up is approving the soccer agreement for 2026. Motion to move.
So moved. Support.
Purpich and
No.
Rousey. Was that Koivunen?
Yep.
Koivunen, thank you, and Rousey. Thank you. So last fall, we invited the acceptance, and excuse me, we invited and they accepted for the YMCA obviously to be up on the hill where the football field and baseball field once were, and they are just looking to renew that exact same contract again for the spring. They're looking to go for about 5 or 6 weeks up there, Monday through Thursday in the evenings and then Saturday mornings for their games. So everything is identical to what it was last time, same location, etc. So I was excited to have them reach out to us again and ask. And they said they really enjoyed the property. that they would rather have Jerry mow it personally with his home lawnmower so that it's really nice and low, but no, overall, make it like the greens. But they did, they were really happy with it all, and they'll supply the portable toilet to be up there again, just like last time and everything else, so. No changes to it, just to move forward with it for another season. Anything further?
Good to get some use out of that property while we're pending on it.
There's a lot of things possibly gonna happen up there, but yeah, you're right, while nothing is happening, it's good to see things being used, so. And for those at home that are concerned, what'll happen when we start the development up there, we are saving space down by Jones Street for these exact types of things, so that we can keep inviting them to come back every single year. It's not like we're trying to make it go away, we're actually trying to do the opposite. We're trying to build a better relationship with them so that we can have them for more things, so. With that being said, all in favor of accepting this agreement, say aye. Aye. Opposed, that motion carries. Next up is considering the Police Enterprise Records Management System Access Agreement.
So,
Lillis
Support.
and Rosie. Chief, we'll give you the table, or floor, excuse me. Make sure you talk in the microphone so they can hear you at home.
We're looking for authorization to folks that enter into a contract with the city of Duluth, manage our records management system and our computer automated dispatch system. Currently, it's through St. Louis County right now. We're trying to pay $12,544. This new system will be costing about $14,688. We've had the system run now since 2007, so I think it's a little outdated. Every city in St. Louis County is moving to this type of system. And then I believe several other counties like Cass County are also doing it. So instead of St. Louis County managing it, it's going to be the city of Duluth. They will be providing all the training next 2 weeks for us as well for all of our staff.
Goal date of June 30th, correct?
That's the goal date. We have a meeting this morning that's still kind of on track for that.
Okay.
And it's budgeted item. Let's not forget that. It's a budgeted item.
Budgeted item. We love those.
And I'd like to also make a recommendation that as increased AI or whatever, computer, internet, that kind of stuff can help our city in any way, whether it's fire, EMS, and or police, that we keep up to date with.
Absolutely. Technology from 07 can't really feel like technology.
We'll give that several upgrades along the way.
Sure.
Yeah, it's 10% different.
You just powered down your phone for an hour and powered it back on type thing?
It's 10% different.
Yeah. Yours, the one you have is probably written in cursive, so nobody can read it anyway. All right, with that being stated, all in favor of considering and accepting this motion for this extremely long deal of Police Enterprise Records Management System Access Agreement, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. Chief, continue on.
Thank you.
Number 6, consider accepting quotes from MSA Professional Services for wastewater treatment final design. Motion to move.
So moved.
Support. Purpich and Rosie.
this
Well, go ahead.
a little bit larger this time.
Yeah. Tom wants to buy something nice. Probably for us, but Tom, floor is yours, sir.
Yeah, before we get to the proposal, I wanted to just talk a little bit about what we've done so far in the preliminary design phase. And I do have a summary report here I'll leave for council and staff. We did topographic surveying of the site. We also scanned the site. It's a 3-dimensional scan of the buildings, both inside and out, that allows us to build our plans and our model. So the city will be able to view that. Basically, you download a free viewer and you can actually kind of like we're walking through the buildings. But it's very helpful to us as we build our models and our specs. We also talked with staff and decided on a control building addition versus building a new building. And that'll house operator facilities such as a lab, break room space, and ADA compliant bathroom that is required. We reviewed a preliminary layout of the filter building. And the clarifier, the third clarifier and sludge storage we looked at and figured out a way to combine those into an existing base, and that's kind of what path forward with that. And along in here is also some of the preliminary drawings that we used and discussed with staff. They're just very preliminary, but they do show the topo on the site. The other thing we've been working on, of course, is funding. One of them is the PSIG grant that we've been talking about. Called the Point Source Implementation Grant. Because we're getting new limits, we qualify for it. And had discussion with the PCA, and there's quite a few calculations about how we get to number what's eligible, what percentage of each item is eligible. And just based on our calculations, and this is preliminary, PCA has to go through with that. We think we're about $5 million in grant money will be eligible for. $5 million of the construction cost. Well, I should say about $7 million is eligible, but they pay 80% of that $7 million. Well as there's probably about 11 or 12 different funding sources we've been looking at, and we do. Our funding specialist just handed me a summary today. I didn't get a chance to look through it, but we'll distribute that so the staff and the city can see just the different number of possible funding sources we look at and which ones we think will be eligible. And one of the funding sources, of course, is possible bonding bill, which on Thursday I'll be going with the city administrator to the Capitol Building House, and see if we can't request some, but we will request money, see if we can't get some money through the bond bill. But the other thing we do see happening already with things happening in the world are equipment suppliers, material suppliers are telling us they're seeing a 15% increase in costs. That obviously will impact the overall cost of the project. But yeah, what you have before you is a proposal to do final design, and that will take us all the way to final bidding documents. We'll submit the plans and specs to the PCA. We will answer any of their questions and get their approval. And then when that's done, we will make final bidding documents. It will be appropriate for public bids. So any questions on that?
I apologize that I couldn't get my phone to work for 3 o'clock meeting today, but I appreciate you taking the time to chat with, I'm guessing it was just you and Jack on the phone, right?
Jeff Anderson, Tom was driving, but he was on the phone, and then myself.
Okay, perfect. I appreciate Jeff joining in as well. I'm not sure what happened on my end, but, and then coming up here also to explain, because obviously when we start talking about dollars amounts this big for stuff that nobody's really going to get excited about.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's a little rough, but for the people, I want everybody to know that Jerry did take the time, and as much as we rag on Jerry, he's actually a pretty good employee, but reached out to Stauber's office for roughly the amount of this cost, correct, Jerry?
Correct, and I was already turned on.
And just so people know, and if this gets me in a little bit of water, I can live with it, I guess, but when we have state mandated things, we're not electing to do this. Nobody up here wanted truly do this, but when we outweighed not doing it with the fines compared to doing it the right way, it just kind of made sense in the long run. And then to have the state tell you, you must do it, and then when we ask for assistance, be just flat out told no in a matter of a week, that it kind of cuts a little bit. It does. And Jerry and I had a brief conversation about it, but it's just like we should be responding back then, not always with, well, thank you so very much for looking at our grant request, but being more direct and saying, we needed this. This is something that absolutely has to happen in a city, and there's no way around it. And honestly, this is the first of many that we're going to see of this that we don't have options for, and we need to keep asking for help from state aid or federal aid or whatever it might be. And now if you are paying attention to anything regarding sulfate and what's happening with wild rice, they're gonna turn around and put this huge sulfate thing on us, it's gonna cost us millions of dollars too, that every city is not gonna be able to handle. Now, not to get anybody excited, that's a little ways out, and people are trying to work on that for us, but it's a reality with the amount of stuff that's being mandated on us, that we are doing our best to not put the cost onto our citizens. And to just get a flat out no within a couple weeks of filling it out, just kind of cut hard, I guess is where it was at. It just kind of
It was a
cut.
bit harsh. It's harsh all the way through, because especially when somebody just coming out of school can change the numbers with a position that, it goes back to I brought up before. What happens if somebody gets a bug up their butt and wants to change the numbers again? Then all this money we've put into it's not going to help anymore. And it's just wrong, because these entities are supposed to be helping us. They're hurting us. You know, it's wrong. And Stauber's office could have at least said, you know, why, or cover half, help us find half of the money. But for an entity like us just to come up with $900,000 because you tell us we have to, you know, and nobody's going to change. If you can guarantee me you're not going to change the rule, I'd be able to sleep at night better. But you can't, because somebody can change the numbers, and then we got to start this all over again. And that's just wrong. There, that's my rant.
Pretty good one.
You're not far off at all.
It's wrong. It's wrong for the people,
It's
but
tough.
it's wrong for everybody.
But Jerry, go ahead, the floor is yours.
I was just gonna say, I do have a grant application in with the triple RD also. We can cover half, but possibly that we get that grant.
And that's for this exact amount? Half of this exact amount, not the overall project, correct?
Not this whole amount, it'd be, I think 300,000.
Okay. Thank you for filling that out. I didn't know that you did that. Thank you. So I just want the people at home to know that we're talking about serious numbers on a serious topic. What Tom's doing isn't making a Walt Disney World here. It's everything but that, but it is a requirement. And Tom, I do appreciate your staff as well going out and trying to find eligibility dollars for us on $5 million on a $7 million project is huge, absolutely huge. But does anybody have any questions for Tom directly?
No, I'd just like to thank you.
Our scope of the project, now, we're north of 10 million, aren't we?
Yeah, the cost estimate in the facility plan was 12 months.
12 million.
Like I say, we're hearing already that happening in the world is costing 15% increases.
You've got another 2 million.
And you've already identified funding sources for 7 million, of which we'll get 80% of that, so a total of 5 million.
Just in round numbers, again, BCA's gonna go through that, review our calculations and that. Till then, we won't know the final number on that particular fund.
Okay.
There's other, sources, grant money.
What was the number that you guys are bringing forth for the bonding bill? Do you recall off the top of your head?
That's my memory.
I think just a little under, yeah.
Okay. And I highly doubt that you'll see a $6 million for Eveleth, but to get a portion of that again through the state bonding would be huge.
Well, if I could offer something
Yeah.
there that Tom brought up that we're incorporating into the presentation on Thursday is, this project is highly rated. Could I ask Tom just to expand on that?
Yeah, so the project is currently listed on the project priority list, is what PFA uses to rank those water projects. I don't know, there's 300 or 400 projects on there. Eveleth ranks number 1 right now. So that is a plus when we do sit in front of the House Committee on Thursday and say, hey, this is a high priority project for the PCA. So, the other thing is just affordability. I've been doing this for, I should say, over 30 years now. So, but I haven't had a time where their rates are already at affordability index before we put the shovel in the ground. So, and that's what really does need this assistance.
Well, Well, I appreciate you taking the time to come up here, and I appreciate you joining Pat on Thursday, and I'm glad that I couldn't make the call, because, well, no, I'm not going, but Pat and I both had two places to be on Thursday, so one of us is going south and the other one's heading a little bit north, so that's just the way it'll be, but I appreciate both of you guys going down and testifying and saying what you need to be with, it's with Representative Warwis, correct?
That's correct. Yes,
And I thank Representative Warwis for taking the time to sit with you guys as well before the bonding hearing and doing what you can do to make this money come our direction.
Yep, happy.
So I'm sure you guys got your plans figured out. We're good. We're out. We'll just hopefully hear back from, because last time you and I did this, and man, as much as I thought we were absolutely amazing, I don't think 11 out of 400 didn't really do it. So we needed to get down to this number.
Yeah, and I think last year we didn't have that detailed list.
Right.
So now that's, we're on the list, this is very high priority.
Right. And as we sat through it last year, listening to every community in Minnesota just say the mayor saying their name, and then it's the same story, just, you know, this is where we're at, this is how much it's going to cost, we can't afford it. And then that group hearing it over and over and over again, it is just, it comes down to the end of the day, we have X amount of money and this is who we're going to give it to. So this 11 out of 400 or maybe 300, whatever it is, I really hope is the help in this, because we didn't have that last year. So thank you very much again. Any other questions or anything for Tom or Pat in this matter?
Comment that we
Yeah.
appreciate your work.
Oh,
Thank you very
Very
much.
much so.
enjoy working with Gary and staff.
We appreciate it very much. It's not a fun topic. Like I said, you're not billing.
What did it cost for you? Throw that plug in for you.
Every time you push that lever and the toilet flushes and it doesn't come back up, it's a good day.
That's a good day, and that is what Tom does. All right, so with that being stated, is there any other questions regarding the quote specifically that was put before you? No?
I have to swallow a couple times, but I'm good.
Yeah. Well, I had high hopes that a certain office was going to cover at least 50%. So, with Purpich and Rousey making their motions, all in favor of considering and accepting this quote from MSA Professionals, and I will give the exact number for the community, $827,000 for the wastewater treatment final design. Say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Tom, thank you very much for your time and for your time later this week. Safe travels, sir. All right, so we're up to number 7. It is consider authorizing the city engineer to call for quotes for the 2026 Phase 3 Fail Pond Area Improvement. Motion to move.
So moved.
Sport.
Coivinon and Rosie. You can wave at me later.
Okay.
All right, discussion can be had.
Isn't,
Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna inquire, you know, this is pertaining to the last phase we pulled off last fall, correct? Because the bids came in a little bit higher than we had anticipated.
Correct. Yep.
and we haven't sent them out yet?
I was just gonna, Andy, not we, because we did not do that. Did Alan happen to reach out for quotes on that yet or not yet?
Mr. Mayor, my understanding type of Alan is he has not, he was waiting for the authorization here tonight to request new updated
Okay.
quotes.
Okay. That works. Yeah, last year, just the number jumped and we just chose not to spend the money at that time on that, so.
Right.
I think we're probably, timing being what it is, we might be in worse condition this spring.
We did just gulp at the last one, so this one might not, but it's still worth having the bids to know what we have in front of us to move forward, so.
Jerry, refresh my weak memory. We have some funds pending on this one yet?
Yeah, we got an extension from the IRRB, and the engineer's estimate Last year it was around 60,000, and we got 30,000 from my triple RV. So this probably, they won't be giving us another extension on that 30,000, I'm sure. So what we thought is we could bid it out, see how they come in, work with the contractor possibly to try to get it down a bit until we're all happy, you guys are happy, and possibly, hopefully get it done, because it's the last phase of that project.
So it's, I think we should just go ahead and get this authorized so that Alan can get the quotes out.
Absolutely. Can't make a decision until we got the quotes.
No.
And Councilor Rosie has made a good point every time we talk about this. It's the entrance to the city. We need to make it look good. We need to finish project we started, so.
Just need to get your negotiating shoes on. Get the special glasses, you can go over them. It'll be all right. I'll show you how to do it.
Take care of it.
If there's no further discussion, all in favor of authorizing the city engineer to call for quotes on phase 3 of Fail Pond, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion will carry. Next up, consider request for proposal for public safety building feasibility study.
So move.
Purpich and Lillis. All right, so we talked about this in our workshop briefly, about pushing this out till the 20th. So at this point, do you want us to, we still need to propose to do the feasibility study? Do this and you'll have it done by the 20th is the goal?
Yeah, I think what you could do is if you're interested in doing this, Mayor and Council, is just table it until April 20th, and then we will bring it back to the workshop and then bring it to City Council for approval.
Okay.
Motion to table.
Support.
Lillis and Koivunen to table. All in favor, say, till the 20th. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Well, that was an easy one. All right. Let me get to my paper here, my extras. J9 will be after the rest of them, so we'll move that to the end. So we'll go to J10. America's Transportation Award Testimonial for Rock Ridge School Project. Motion to move. Koivunen.
I'll support.
That was
Gonna be me.
Floor is open. Want to put me in the loop, Pat, of what's going on?
Yeah, Mayor, we just a very short time ago received a communication from Minnesota DOT, and they were looking to get a letter of support for a funding opportunity relating to a Rock Ridge SHTO Safety Award, and they're listing the guidelines of this, and they're reaching out to other stakeholders to get a letter of support. That letter is included. So if there's a support from the community, it basically outlines that you're supporting the American Transportation Awards nomination of the Rock Ridge School Transportation Improvement Project along US Highway 53. Highway 53 gives background on the 5337 project, where it needs improvement and what this program will assist with.
I'll be honest to the community, like Pat just stated, this was put in front of us just prior, so I didn't have a chance to read any of it before I came in, so I'm just kind of browsing it quickly now. Does it say there's anything about a timeline on this?
In the email, that's why I included it, Mayor. It's they indicated they need it back by April 8th.
Okay, I see that now, thank you. Oh,
That's why we kind of rushed it to you as quick as we
yeah,
could.
got it. Well, with that being said then, apologize for the silence at home, but I do want to give this a quick read before I dive into it too much further.
We've gone through the project. It's been 9 months now, right? Roundabout's been in effect since September,
Roughly, yeah,
you know.
about 6-7 months, yeah.
Still a lot of confusion for a lot of people. I don't think it's helped the entrance to the school at all.
You know, people have to learn how to drive in a roundabout.
That-
They don't know how to drive.
That's true, and I think once the roundabout or the Progress Parkway Highway gets in, it might ease up a few of the things in here. I mean, it was an expensive project. The bridges look great. I mean, they did a great job through there. I don't know, I haven't heard any complaints from the businesses in that area at all. At least they haven't come to us, and I don't know if they went to any meetings with the DOT, but, you know, we have to support the project because Highway 53 is the lifeline through our community.
It's a whole lot easier to support it when it involves money that they're getting for the project.
Yeah.
Did anybody read the entire letter that they kind of suggest that we? Anyway, okay. It looks like this is primarily about the roundabout, not about the beautiful bridges and everything else that went on over there. It's about the roundabout completely. And I guess in just quick form, thinking about this, it is not necessarily MnDOT's fault or any transportation possibility award's fault that we as citizens are struggling with how it works. And as much as I sit in my car and yell about the whole thing just the same, ultimately it's supposed to be safer and that's how it's supposed to work. And once we understand how to use it,
The biggest problem they have is the people coming down the highway from Virginia or coming from the highway from Duluth. Them people don't yield. They hit that at 40 miles an hour and don't stop. They think they can keep going. They can't. That's where the biggest problems are. Some of them speed up when they get to the yield. Yield means slow down, not speed up. And the people coming down the highway don't understand that.
And don't be looking at your phone while you're going into a roundabout.
you can do it before it, but not at the roundabout. No, I guess, I mean, as I'm thinking about it, we're talking about a safety award with funding that's helping us with a lot of things that we have going on. I guess with that being said, it is just a matter of taking a vote. Do we want to sign a letter? And I will sign it if this council votes, whether it's 5-0 or 3-2 to move forward, doesn't matter, but I will sign it and go from there. And if it chooses to not support this transportation award, then it is what it is. If there's any other comments, take them now. And I apologize for everybody at home again going, well, you just get to it, but I had to process here things a little bit before I just jumped on it. Everybody else is good? Okay. With that being said, motion to create a letter of support for America Transportation Award testimonial for Rock Ridge School Project. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. All right. Next up is J11, consider quote for the 2026 squad car equipment. Motion to move?
So,
Support.
Willis and Purpich. Chief,
Mayor, at the March 2nd meeting, you guys authorized me to purchase a 2026 police car from Morgan's, which we have done. Bill date of May 18th, I believe it was. So what we're asking tonight is to purchase the equipment to outfit it as a squad car, like your light, siren, push bumper, everything to turn it into a functional police car. From EATI, which was recently purchased by McQueen Emergency Services. They're still going to maintain an office facility in Hermantown, which is where we normally go to. So yeah, it'd be $19,228.77 the quote came in as. So.
and John?
It's budgeted.
It is budgeted, yes, sir. And we've had always good luck with them out of Hermantown. For many years we've used them. So
I've been here too long because I remember when it was $12,000 to do it and I said it was too much money.
it came in at 23.5 or 23.5, I think it did. We were able to get it down to this. So by reusing some of the equipment, that we
Have to have it.
So I do have a question. I think about, when this comes up and you got your brand new rig, and you've got this, I don't know if you've got a magazine or you've got a pamphlet, or if you've got a whole catalog, like JCPenney catalog, I don't know, Sears. Is this something where they're going, this is the requirements of what needs to be in this, or is this really like, we utilize this, we've never needed that? How does it?
Yeah, and that's what it is. We go off of like past builds, past squad cars that we've had. They send us, so like a few weeks ago, we looked at our 2025, 2023 squad, and then we kind of whittled it down from there. What do we truly need in our cars? What do our guys want? So, yeah.
Okay. And then obviously, if there's a requirement by the state or whatever, that's just
Yeah.
automatically on this bill from them.
Right.
They don't.
Yep. But there's no, yeah.
I gotcha.
Yep.
Then the chief has an opportunity, I'm sure, every year to look at best practices down at the chief's conference. They actually have squad cars set up down there with the latest equipment and so forth, so.
That's your wish list stuff down there. A lot of that.
Do they let you test drive them down there?
We get the test drive, we get to look at them. Some pretty impressive stuff they come out with, but
Sure.
so.
I've been to a boating show. I've seen it. All the stuff that you wish for, but you don't come home with. I've seen that.
I'll be going next week to the Chiefs conference, so.
Perfect. Anybody else have any questions or any comments for this budgeted item?
Budgeted items are beautiful.
If not, all in favor of moving forward on this quote for the 2026 squad car equipment, say aye. Aye. Opposed, the motion carries. Next up, J12, consider cost estimates for geotechnical investigation school redevelopment. Motion to move.
So moved.
Support. Koivunen and Rousey. Table is open. Pat, want to put us in the loop?
Yes, so this was per city council direction, there was a request to get quotes for doing soil borings, a geotechnical investigation of the school redevelopment property. You did receive 2 quotes. One was from Braun Intertech, the other one was from NTS Environmental Services. And so this was reviewed at the workshop. The lowest one is Braun Intertech, so the recommendation from staff is to approve that. And the good news is they'll be able to go out there and start that process here shortly.
So we got 2 to 3 weeks for the same exact project for what we need. Anybody else have anything else? So it's just a big step in what we're doing regarding the old school site, finding out what's going on with what we can't see, everything underneath the ground. So just some testing that we need to get done so we can move in the right direction. Any further discussion? So you want acceptance of Braun? Okay.
With city council approval, yes.
All right. So all in favor of accepting the quote from Braun for the geotechnical investigation school redevelopment, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next up is J13, which is an addition if you're following at home again. Consider approval for $1,000 max to add camera and other security items needed to the fire department / EMT entry doors. Motion to move.
So moved.
Support.
Koivunen and Lillis. After recently visiting the fire hall and speaking with some of our on-staff EMTs, it's crazy how things just snowball and you start talking about anything and everything. And one of the topics that came up is the buzzer and who you see and what you don't see. And one thing we realized is you can't see anybody that's buzzing the door. You don't know who's on the other side. And sometimes we only have one person there, and sometimes we have a fleet. But we want to make it as safe as we possibly can for our people that are on hand, whether there's one or a fleet, so that they know who or what is on the other side of the door when they hear the door buzz, knock, whatever it might be, by utilizing some cameras that are already there and whatnot. So we believe that we can do this for a minimal cost, and I think the safety for our people at a minimal cost is an easy direction to go. If there's any further comments or direction? If there,
I fully, I want to thank you guys for thinking of the safety down there, because there is a lot of times, middle of the night, one person, that's you know, and we don't get to carry guns or anything like that, like the PD does, so
Well,
we're at the mercy. We can, but we can't talk about it.
wow.
Yeah, that was bad.
So
Anyways, thank you very much for considering that upgrade.
I like the idea because if anybody's feeling not comfortable on that side of the door, it doesn't mean we don't answer. It just means that they can call the police staff to come and join them for the opening of the door. And perhaps there was no reason to be nervous, but if for any reason they were, they have the right to feel comfortable knowing that Eveleth PD is right beside them. So with that being said, if there's no further discussion, all in favor of approving up to $1,000 for this equipment, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much. Who knows, next time I go visit somewhere, who knows what I'll find.
We'll know you're there.
You'll know that I'm there before I'm even buzzing. What's that?
They may not let you in.
They may not, that's true. I might have to call the police to let me in. All right, next up is J14. Consider new playground equipment for the old school site, community center location, up to $175 for phase 1. Motion to move.
So,
Purpich.
I'll support it.
Support.
There was support to my left before, so you got me down there.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, everybody's all nervous now, okay.
And Mayor, I assume by 175, you mean 175,000?
Well, I was, yeah. 175,000, that includes site prep, for the most part. If we were on a terrain, it would be different, but they'll come in. It includes installing the product of our choice. It includes the warranty and the rubber to go all around this. So it's not going to be wood chips or sand or anything else. It'll be rubber just like you see at the schools. And it's very similar to what if you go to, I don't know, North Star School in Virginia where the school paid for it in the middle of the town. Very similar to that. But it'll be in Eveleth instead. And like we said, this is phase 1 of probably 3 or 4 phases throughout the park. And this first step is being helped out greatly by a nice donation that we received. So it allows us to get moving in the right direction, but every phase after this will come with a little more discussion. But I did reach out to some different families. We had some families show up today that got to witness it and saw some jaws drop when they saw how nice it's going to be and what have you. But it'll be a local company out of Bemidji, American-made products, a warranty by them. They'll also do the install, and then they'll also help us with some other projects that we have in town. One thing I never got to talking about because of our timeline, but they also work as the constructors and middlemen for pavilions, other stands that we might want to put in, and different things that have to do with parks, whether it be, we don't need park bench help, obviously, but if we wanted to put structures over the park benches, et cetera, they work on all that stuff. So something that we'll be able to work with them in the future, and looking into some solar stuff and things like that too, but it'll be able to work with them a lot more, where the other companies that we're reaching out to were, they were playground equipment, period. They were not helping designing it or any of the sorts. So
They do bandstands?
they will do a bandstand if you want a bandstand.
Well, we don't.
They do. I read a lot about them after Jerry so wisely gave me their information. See what I said about Jerry? Use the word wise. Very wise.
There's something sneaking up on us here.
So, like I said, they're going to actually come up and meet with us next week. They'll look at the stuff that needs to be moved, talk with Jerry about where it's got to go, what needs to be done, get us a cost for moving the old stuff. But I want the people at home to know that we're not going to take the old stuff out where Franklin School was until this new stuff is put in. We don't want to take away any portion of a park inside the center of town without having something else to be put in. And the stuff that we currently have has yet to be discussed exactly where it's going to go, but it's going to be either put in other parts of town, so it's not going to go to waste. There's a few pieces that just aren't going to make the cut, but for the most part, it's all going to be reused. So it's something that we can kind of move forward with. So if there's no further discussion on this, motion to move forward on this phase 1 of playground equipment, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion will carry. With that being said, that's the end of the J's. We'll come back to what was 9 for our closed session after we're done, but we'll go to our board and liaison updates first. That way anybody that doesn't want to hang out can go home. We'll start over with you this time.
I don't think we have a thing. Do we have a HRA?
I think we had an HRA meeting. About the only noteworthy thing would have been a prediction for when the construction was going to start up at Hilltop Homes. That's
Putting the new dresses on the buildings.
correct, and we're probably not going to be able to, with the way the grant is working out, probably not even going to be able to start until next year. But we got the money, that's the big thing. You're talking a couple $1 million to give it a facelift, and that's a big thing. It's just a matter of jumping through the hoops we have to jump through to get everything started.
And that's at what location?
At Hilltop Homes.
Underneath the water tank.
Yeah, I made the mistake at a sit down with some people and I mentioned the Lincoln Apartments and that, so I want to apologize to them that I misspoke. I just flat out misspoke. It was that simple. I don't have a reason for it, but yeah, it's not for at the Lincoln Apartments, it's for at the other one.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lincoln is an EDA controlled
Right.
project, yeah.
Yep, that was my fault. I made that mistake when I spoke, so I apologize to the people there for any excitement or confusion that I may cause. Anything else, gentlemen?
No, sir.
Do we talk about executive committee? Because I'm so thankful that they're like, you guys should be on that, because that's extra fun. We're good?
Well,
We only met 45 times in the last 8 days, so.
I don't know at this juncture whether there's anything noteworthy to bring to the council.
I would say-
Unless we're skipping.
No, I think that's a good statement. We're probably another 17 meetings in the next 4 days away from having noteworthy material, but the amount of information that we're consuming is quite something, but it's good, so.
Part of the whole process that we've been undergoing is meeting with people that can do financial advising for the city, including our local bank. And we've had one other meeting with a financial consultant, and we have a couple that are scheduled for the near future. So we're thinking that we're going to be able to come up with a recommendation in fairly short order. So hopefully by the May meeting, anyway. You think that's realistic?
I think that's very realistic. I think that both groups we spoke to understood that we have X amount of money that we'd like to see create money for us, and we have plans already for that money, so it needs to get making.
Get busy.
So, I'm just kidding. It's not 17 in 8 days. I think it's only 12 in 8 days, but nonetheless. Okay, Jim, anything?
No, we had
All the
our,
ratings are coming up.
all our meetings are scheduled ahead.
Okay.
Same thing.
I joined for the Channel 12 Public Access Television. We had our monthly meeting there, and business as a go. They pay their bills, they get their work done, they find out what's going on so that they can try and be there. The 16th, on my calendar, I think it's the 16th. I'm gonna look because I want to make the statement correct. I'm sorry. Yes, the 16th in the evening at the auditorium is going to be the community band's year concert. So come on in, check it out. I'm gonna do my best to be there and listen to what we've got going, and excited to let everybody know that moving forward, the community band is going to be practicing inside the community center. So they'll be back into the band hall making music like it once was, but all their performances will still be out at the auditorium. So come and check them out on the 16th, and that'll be a good time. But otherwise, yeah, like I say, everything was talking about chords and other numbers and things that are way over my head, and that's why I'm just happy that Hugo and Quaid and Ken and Tom they get it done. So One thing I did learn though is a $6 cord is not as good as a $20 cord. Know that, it's not as good. As logical as it sounds, I mean, operating business made that big of a difference on a cord, so. Great meeting there. Otherwise, yeah, everything is coming up. But I had a Rams mayor meeting, and I went to the event where our senators and legislators were at the Rams building in Mountain Iron. That was a nice event put on. Rams always does a great job. Paul Peltier and his team are great. But we got to hear what was going on with Farnsworth, Scraba. Unfortunately, Hochschild had a family emergency and was needed to go. And we were able to have some conversations and learn a bunch of things that were happening, and there's a lot going on. And when they hand us a packet, and I meant to bring it for you guys so you could look at it, but there's, 5 or 6 pages full of different bills and legislators and stuff they're trying to push through, and I was excited to see Eveleth's name on there quite a bit. There are a lot of things that we're doing, they're understanding that we're looking for help, looking for assistance and whatnot, so it was nice to see our name on there. And it was brought to my attention that it's not always that way. So I liked seeing it, and I like hearing that we're doing that. And then at the mayor's meeting, we talked a little bit about, like I said, this nonstop, I'll call it what it is. It's garbage regarding sulfate in the wild rice fields and lakes. Tackling that idea, we're getting ready to head down to, I'll say tackle, but get together as a bunch of mayors and tackle Capitol Hill and get in there and talk to a bunch of people that have things going on that we can be a part of. If there's people up here that have any interest in being a part of it, let me know. There might be room on the bus if you want to come down.
If he wants to talk about that.
Also, there was some talk about what we're doing moving forward. Yes, and I'll mention, thank you, Jim, there's a taxation meeting on the 8th. Yes, the 8th, this Wednesday at 1 o'clock. It'll be an hour long. If you have questions, concerns, you can come on in and have a conversation with us, and if there's anything
And the county.
What's up?
And the county.
And if there's anything we can't answer, the county will be here to answer that for you. So remember that, it's this Wednesday at 1 o'clock here in the council chambers. With that being said, Jerry, you got anything on your mind?
I have nothing further there, thank you.
You are welcome, sir. Thank you.
Thank God.
Andy?
Mr. Mayor, Alan did ask me to just pass on a couple quick updates for the council. He met with St. Louis County last week for, I believe it was probably a pre-con for the Wolverine Way Roundabout project that is scheduled to start the middle of May. Euler Brothers is the contractor for that project. That is a county-led project. There are city utilities and relocation of city utilities that will be a part of that project maybe sometime this summer. That work will be undertaken. And then back to the council's discussion on the school redevelopment project, I will be sure to reiterate the urgency for getting those plans done.
Perfect. Greatly appreciate it. Alan gone for work, or is he gone for personal good times?
Easter vacation.
Oh.
Traveling back today.
Didn't he know that all the rest of us had Easter plans too, and we still made it? Even Joe on the end made it. He had a doctor's appointment. We appreciate you, Alan, know that. We do. And for what Andy was just talking about, the Wolverine roundabout, in case you weren't hearing about it, but when you make your way up around the roundabout that currently exists towards the school, within about 100, 200 yards, I forget what it is exactly, but there'll be another roundabout in that area there, which will bring you to Slumberland, back up to the school, and then hopefully to the new road that they will be creating for us that runs parallel to 53, run from that roundabout to Highway 37 down by Service Master. So with that being said, if this is safe, then we can do another safety thing, saying the second one is just as safe. So with that being said, anything on your mind, Chief? You spent some money today, sir.
Yes, thank you, John.
Can you believe him, Jerry?
I can't believe it.
I have nothing else to say.
Thank you. Steph, anything on your mind? Wonderful. Pat, anything else on your mind? Nope. Gentlemen, we're good? With that being said, we will adjourn and then almost directly go into our closed session once we're able to be closed down. So, thank you, everybody. Go ahead.
I'll make a motion to close the meeting for purposes specified in the agenda.
Motion by Lillis,
Second.
second by Rousey. All in favor of moving forward into closed session per state statute section 13D.05 subdivision 3C3 to develop or consider offers or counter offers for the purchase or sale or real of personal property, station 44. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Eveleth, thank you very much for being with us tonight. Everybody not from Eveleth, I know you want to be a part of us. Keep looking out, we'll have new homes, apartments, and everything being built real soon. Have a wonderful night.
Want me to give you a vote?
Can I be excused? I have to be at Gibby by 7.